here we go. Looking at my 22 city, turn 105 empire. So far, we have a couple of limiting factors. Firstly is the movement speed on my settlers. If only I picked someone like the Maori, eh? They would have been absolutely amazing. The second limiting factor is the actual production and cost of a new settler. Now, I currently have 3 settlers around the map. This one to the north, this one to the west, and this one to the east. But I can't really produce any more, because if I go to a city, you'll see that it's 3,200 gold for a new settler. Each new settler I got would essentially be a new train of settlements, so I'm going to have to just sort of stick with these ones for now. And every time I put a settler down, it of course gets harder and harder to make one, so I'm kind of limited from that point of view. I mean, saying that, I'm not really limited because compared to the AI, I'm doing absolutely magnificently. But, I mean, it is something to keep an eye on here. What are we in now? The medieval era. I've got 21 turns into the next era. I could get Ananside back at some point. Oh no, actually, I took out a classical era Ananside, didn't I? So, he must be pretty close to expiring now. 19 turns, that'll do. That means I can get a medieval one through. That's good. So I'll save up my faith to that. I've got Himiko on the way. I can get some more heroes with actually what is considerable production in my cities, because I'm playing Gaul, obviously. I've got a lot of cities with a pretty decent chunk of production. But now is the fun time, because now I'm going to be producing science from my butt. It's going to appear in all different forms. It's going to be wonderful. As cities get taken over and to feed the world into Eastern Orthodoxy, I'm going to let them, because that's good. But my build order is effectively Oppidum, then Campus, and then if I've got a holy site possible because of Feed the World, I'll do that. Otherwise, I'll probably do a commercial hub or something similar. I mean, ideally it would be good if I started getting writers in. I mean, 2,000 gold is an awful lot. But I mean, that would be something I could do, actually. Start selling my stuff, start getting writers in to give myself more yields down the line once I start getting into the Hermetic Order and my ley lines start giving me yields for every great person I've recruited. I mean, I would be competing with these guys, but only 3 writers have gone so far. They're not exactly jumping on them, so maybe it's a thing. Maybe I should do that in my capital, maybe, once I've got the harbour. A harbour is also something I'm thinking about. I really need to build a harbour. I'm just waiting for a city that can actually build one. It's probably one of these 3 cities up here. They're going to be the most likely candidates. Or even a city down here, actually. These 2. The problem is it can't be next to my city. It has to be somewhere else. But as soon as I get a harbour, then I can get the mausoleum. As soon as I get the mausoleum, I can get Imhotep and Bishengon. There's a lot to think about at the moment, but honestly, at the moment, we're laughing. It's looking pretty decent. I'm also now really starting to expand my land as well, which will give me more score, weirdly enough, because I think you do get empire score based on how much land you own. But I'm starting to really produce builders now, which is massively helping to put mines down, which helps to claim land, which is awesome. All forest is going, by the way. I'm not leaving any forest available here. I'm just sort of getting rid of it all. I'm also now not even respecting the sort of 5 tile rule when it comes to settling. I'm just starting to settle absolutely anywhere I can get my hands on, and +4 Oppidums being the bare minimum, really, to help to get 22 engineer points. Actually, workshops is something I should really be building as well. There's a lot to think about, really. I'm juggling a lot of different irons here, and it's all good fun. There are also some just crazy casual good camper spots around. There's a lot of like +3s to 5s just lurking, and I love them. They're great. I have just noticed though that there are barbarian cavalries around. That's not nice. Oh no, that's actually pretty awful. We don't like that at all. I don't have any units in my empire at all at the moment that can help me with anything like cavalry. Good God. My best hope in this area actually is to try and find the Barb camp. Who are they? Half Moon, Half Moon, Half Moon, 3-leaf. I'm going to just have to bribe everyone here. Right, Adept time. There we go. Alchemical societies. They are such good buildings. Such good buildings. Okay, now it's time to go for natural philosophy. 18 science per turn. Combined with the Hermetic Order bonuses as well. That's 113 science per turn now. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, these cavalries are looking pretty nasty. They are looking pretty nasty. I've got to sort this out quickly. Luckily, my Oppidums give me another source of defense, but you can see, oh my goodness, these cavalry don't take any damage from archers. Let's get the crossbows in quick. Get Mittler on board. explore a bit more of the middle of the map. Nothing really exciting this way, but there is space for settling, so that's quite cool. Okay, crossbow upgrade time. This is well needed, because I am being absolutely flayed alive by cavalry. Still not enough, but I may actually lose this city, which is the hilarious thing. These Barbs are just brutal, and I don't know where their encampment is. I'm going to bring my settler back just in case the city does die. It's one turn off ancient walls. I don't think that's going to be enough to save me here. Oh no, it's happening down here as well. Good God, the Barbs are mad. Where are all these from? Quiet Fox, Rock Vulture, Rock Vulture, Rock Vulture. It's all Rock Vulture. 1,300 gold for that bribe. Good God. Yeah, my frontier cities are not enjoying this treatment at the moment. They really are not. Oh no, okay, they left me alone. They left me alone. I never know if the Barbs are set to just sort of do that, to be like, take pity on you if they are actually going to kill a city. I swear I've seen them kill cities before. Although now I'm mentioning it, I actually couldn't tell you when I've seen that, but I swear that is a thing. Oh, the religious emergency was triumphant. Cool. Oh, no score received no rewards. Oh, I didn't do anything. I probably had to do something there. Never mind. I mean, it was still pretty cool. Oh, I killed one of the cavalry. My God. That is a result, and I will take it. Actually, I'm using Himiko to lure the cavalry where I need them to be. Like, just sort of come this way now, and I can attack you again. One thing I never looked at was the continent split, actually. Oh, wow. Look, my capital's on a very thin strip of continent. So all of the continent cards that I can play, which are specifically colonial officers to get me more loyalty per turn, but also then colonial taxes to give myself gold and production. All of those cards are going to do very nicely indeed, so I need to keep an eye on that. Up to 147 science as well. We're now beginning to really catch up. 26 versus 31. We're only 5 techs behind the leader. That is hilariously far behind considering the sheer advantage we had in this game, but we don't talk about that. That's just a shame that we have to live with, that we didn't do more. But it's okay. That's okay. Up and done. Let's just get that. I mean, I'm just building at this point. Let's just keep on building and keep on building. Ah, there's the Barb clan. 788 to hire a cavalry to get my builder back. I can't actually bribe them at the moment, but I will. Don't you worry. They will be bribed. Over in this direction, I am still settling, and these cities are going to get more and more difficult to maintain, but that's okay. I'm using Magnus, I'm using Victor, the two of them. I'm just creating this thin strip of cities in order to get to the promised land over here. Look at how much space there is to settle in that direction. That's what we're after. That's what I'm going for. We've got to do it. We can do it. We can do it. Yeah, I'm going to pick up one of these writers. Again, it's not the best use of my faith, I appreciate, but it will mean that my ley lines will get an extra culture once they pop through. And it also stops a lot of people from getting great writers as well that aren't me. So I enjoy that. It's just like the real dick thing to do. Okay, next World Congress. You can see Rome, Australia and Ethiopia are the ones with the most voting here. Ethiopia, Australia. I'm going to go for Australia's religion because they have the most favour. So Catholicism. Let's vote plus up for Catholicism. And I think in terms of, we're looking for somebody who is hated by everybody else. If there's one person at war with everyone, it's Ethiopia. So we're going to vote for more grievances towards Ethiopia and then hope that my votes split across these two are going to force both of them through, which they do. Mennonite and Catholicism, yep, done. Perfect. So we are now on 4 diplomatic points. We would be winning if it wasn't for the wonder building from Australia, but that's okay, we can forget that. Let's go for a cultural alliance with the Ottomans. That's actually quite helpful. I'm trying to settle near them and I'm struggling to at the moment, so that's good. And the military alliance with Rome. I like the idea of having a military alliance with Rome. I always think that's a good idea, just historically, if nothing else. Oh dear, look at these Barbs. Ugh. Okay, harbour, good. Right, mausoleum will be built very soon. Where is Imhotep? Is there. Good, right, through you come. I'm going to move you preemptively so we can build the mausoleum. Here we go. 15% faster growth in all cities that aren't on my continent. I like that. That is a nice one because that's quite a few cities actually. Culture bomb when completing an industrial zone. For once, that's actually an engineer that might be relatively useful. So we'll kind of keep track of that one. Still settling. You can see I actually managed to get all the way down the south of my empire, past these sort of snowy lands, and I'm now settling over in this area. Are these cities going to be any good at all? No. No, absolutely they are going to be trash, but do I care? No, not really. I'm kind of finding it quite fun, really. There we go. Perfect. Right, that means we can get the mausoleum built and then hopefully rushed in 2 turns. Yes. And that means my engineers are going to come into play heavily. Dead Sea gave me a relic. Oh, yes, of course, relics. Ah, forgot about relics. There's an Ottoman city all the way up here. That's amazing. I'm going to totally ruin your day, my friend, by settling all around you and causing you all sorts of loyalty penalties. It's going to be great. The Apadana, this gives me 2 envoys whenever I build a wonder, including this in the city, but also gives me writing slots, which would be good if I'd not just sold all my works of writing for some quick gold. It's busy and expensive buying all the tiles I need for my oppidums, I'll have you know. It's very expensive. Oh, saying that, Patal Palace. Oh, yes. Now that's a building. That is a building. I would like that, please. Let's stick it... Ooh, let's stick it there. Sure. I love it when I build by Crater Lake and it's like a total accident. Didn't even see it there. It's called something different, totally. Lake Tanganyika. As you do. There's the mausoleum. All engineers have an additional charge. Look at the ley lines next to it as well. These are really cool. Just glowing. They don't really line up. I'd love it if the ley lines actually, like ley lines are supposed to, sort of moved and sort of put themselves into each other, like actually corresponded, like the lines would go across the map and they'd all be on the same things rather than just being put down randomly. I think that would be cool. I mean, maybe it's a little ambitious for this game. I don't know. Probably is, but it feels like it would be cool. I don't want to hear anything about it, okay? Don't want to hear anything about it. I'm building it. We're moving on. We're not talking about it. We're just accepting it for what it is, and that the city is still going to be rubbish, but it's fine. I like the gypsum. I mean, this is fine, but actually the gypsum is shining away in the corner is way cooler. I mean, that is awesome. Oh, nice. Well, hey, we just settled Washington. That means that our cities have finally gone past the point of like acceptable settling, and now we're just settling for the fun of it, which to be fair we were doing like a considerable time ago, but never mind. It might look like these oppidums are really useless, but actually if I put mines around them they'll be semi-decent, and that's okay. Also in Gaza Gamud just gave me loads more land in this sort of area as well. God, we're finding all kinds of places to settle, like loads of the places, and it's awesome. And Ansai is gone, but 1,120 to get him back. That's pretty decent. This knight is being wrecked by a privateer. We just want to stay clear of that one as I continue to settle in this area down south. Turn 124 and we're up to 33 cities, by the way. 33 cities. It's not bad, really, is it? One thing I was thinking is we actually should boost our religion soon. That would be really, really good to do, because I've got quite a few cities that follow my religion. 34. So Teeth can be the center of something great. Let's see what things we can evangelize into. Now, worship buildings are not going to help us massively, but pilgrimage or Teeth, now either of these two could be great. World Church, cross-cultural dialogue. I mean, really it's money or faith. And I like the idea of faith to get me great people, seeing as I've got the Oracle. So we're going to go for +2 faith for each city following the religion. 134 faith per turn coming in now. That's pretty decent. Look at all these apostles from Australia. Where are you going? What are you doing that's possibly useful? And a golden age. This is also very exciting for me. We'll have to see what we can get, because I mean I've got so many cities. Something that scales up well has got to be good. Industrialization, thank you. That's all the workshops I'm building there. Reform the coinage, I have one trade route. Exodus of Evangelists, I don't really care about my religion at all. Hicksonk Draconas, here we go. +3 population for starting cities not on my continent. That is amazing. We're just going to keep on settling around the world right now in a hilarious way. Rationalism's not really giving me much, but look at that. 73 production from craftsmen. Oh, that's good. That is really, really good. We haven't got any extra diplomatic favour from constructing Renaissance walls, though. That is something we should probably have a look at soon. So, bam. There we go. 4 population cities as a default. It's looking good. It's looking very spicy indeed. You gotta love it. And the only problem is these do start as like slightly disloyal, these cities. So that is one thing I should probably keep a small eye on. But if that's the worst of it, really, it's not going to be too bad. Olympia, I mean, it's got 7 population city backing it up, but you just wait, this will get spread very quickly. Oh no, Potato Palace! It got built when I was 1 turn away, and I just used 3 charges of a great engineer to get there.
It's not the time.
Oh, that is annoying. Oh dear, damn, that's why you should always check these things, but still. Forbidden City is just as good. I'll get the Forbidden City instead, but that is frustrating. That is really frustrating. Just picked up Auckland, which has just appeared, which is lovely. Not a huge one for me in this particular game, although the lake over here does get to production. Oh, that's pretty cool. And lots of the sort of water tiles around will get a little bit more production as well. But really what I'm after is, because I'm just about to go through to like military tactics, mass production, industrialization, build a lumber mill. It's been this late into the game and I haven't built a single lumber mill. I should probably do that. I probably should do that. Oh dear, there's the Forbidden City. Okay, a wildcard policy slot is just what I needed, because I have something a little bit special for that wildcard policy slot. You know, I'm building loads and loads of oppidums, right? Which are amazing buildings, but you know the next building that goes in that is a workshop. Well, wouldn't it be great if there was a card that gave me things for every workshop I had? Oh look, it is Invention, plus 4 engineer points per turn and another 2 for every workshop. Ooh. Well, it turns out that might stack quite nicely. We're now getting 53 engineer points per turn. We're also getting the most merchant points, scientist points. I'm going to start getting admirals soon as well. In fact, actually picking up that admiral gives all of my ley lines 1 science when I'm ready to go on that one, so that's pretty cool. I'll do that. I've just picked up Mexico City as well, which gives all of my water park, entertainment complex and industrial zone effects 3 tiles more distance. You just wait until I get into a Gaul-fueled factory just mess. It's just wonderful. I'm gonna love it. These ley lines are fantastic. I mean, I'm not using them all the time, but when I am, goodness me, they're just making the yields of every single district I've got just insanely good. I've also got tons and tons and tons of gold coming in per turn from deals. No one's really selling anything anymore, which is a little bit of a shame, but that's okay. We're just sort of keeping on top of things like diplomatic favor, where people are selling it for like not much. I'm picking it up nicely. Got 266 of it. Yeah, setting myself up for a diplomatic victory or something better. I don't know. We'll see. See how it goes. Still settling as well. Like everywhere we can, we are settling, and it is brilliant fun. I would recommend this sort of game for anybody really that just fancies a bit of a break, just a little bit of fun to enjoy yourself with. Like, there we go, look at that. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-do. Just keep on settling with nice population 4 cities, and here we go. This is my favourite bit actually. I've just sort of spread up from my capital and just infused this entire area between like where Australia is and where Greece is. There's so much space over here, and like normally on a Highlands map that would be, well, I think totally wasted, but I think we've really made good use of it this game. Da Vinci. Workshops provide 3 culture. This is going to stack very nicely. I'll just tell you now, this is going to be an amazing engineer for us. Just an amazing engineer. Industrialization is good. It means coal has now appeared on the map, which gives my oppidums even more adjacency, which is a minor thing. A minor thing. What's more important is the fact that I can now build factories. Factories giving me 3 production and 3 production when powered, but don't forget they now extend to 9 tiles because of Mexico City. And I mean, this is the point of the game where it begins to get just a little bit silly. I'm also going to get Anansai back because I like annoying Australia. I'm going to immediately send him back to Australia. Of course I am. Of course I am. What else would I do with him if I'm going to send him across the sea this time to do it from the other direction? So now that I've got industrialization, should we get steam power to build railways? I think this has got to be a heavy railway game. Surely we need railways. So actually that's one thing my capital could probably build. I mean, it can't build an encampment just yet. What population's going to get to? 16 pop, but that's doable. That's doable. Right, here we go. Culture from workshops. This is where we start having fun. Chemistry boosted as well. That's cool. Oh, each charge of Da Vinci was giving me 25 culture. So that's 50 culture just from 1 engineer. That's pretty damn good. Slowly encroaching now on Greece. Don't worry about San Francisco. There's no harm to anybody. First factory complete in my capital, no less, which is awesome. The Ruhr Valley can also be built in this city, as well as the Great Zimbabwe and Big Ben. All of these things I'm sort of looking forward to getting. I'm just swapping all the tiles in. Big Ben, I think I'm going to be focusing on getting next. Economic policy slot, that'll go nicely with my wildcard policy slot. When you're, you've got huge empires, often it's quite nice to be able to just sort of rely a little bit on tons and tons and tons of policy cards. You can get them, it always helps. Teeth expands further. It's becoming a large smile. A large smile, and now the encampment is almost ready to go as well. I need one population in the city or Lovelace to pop in and give my capital another option, which is also pretty cool. A great merchant here gives me envoys at a city-state of my choosing. I mean, are there any city-states but I really kind of want? Maybe? Vilnius is an option. Rapa Nui? No. Fez? Not really. Armagh? Meh. Muscat? Even more meh. Maybe Muscat or Hunza, which is closer. Whichever one I find first on the map, I will pick, which is this one, Hunza. Okay, well, Hunza it is. Right, to get there, we need to go down this route. I'm just thinking whether field cannons are worth going for quickly, because I need more range defense, because the Barbs keep progressing, and it's cavalry and line infantry keep being thrown at me at the moment, and it's absolutely horrifying. Like, I really wish it would stop. I can finally build the Colosseum. I've been waiting to do this for ages and ages and ages. Extra culture, loyalty and immunities to I think like 3 cities I built this in. I was going to build it in my capital, but actually I found a better space that I can do just outside of my capital, which saves my capital some room, but also gives me a place to put the Maracana later, which is possibly one of the best wonders in the game. It's great. It's just awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4 cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 5 cities probably get the benefit from that. That's not too bad. Unless the Colosseum gets the benefit of Mexico City. I don't think it does, to be fair, but it's worth keeping an eye on. Look at this extra production and gold as well from colonial taxes. This could be worth getting. I'm just low on cards at the moment. That's my problem. I'm low on cards. Do I need this? The growth, the loyalty. I'm going to take colonial taxes over the loyalty for now. I might regret that on some of my outlying cities because I'm really, properly building round people at the moment, but I think I'm okay for now. Okay, now we're around the back of Australia. I'm going to start using my tricks. It'll start boosting things very nicely for me. And kasploosh, civil engineering. Sometimes it does this. If you rush a civic, it doesn't replace the old policies. You have to manually do it, otherwise it gets a little bit weird. But I think that's pretty cool. Nice. A religious emergency. Sydney to Eastern Orthodoxy again. Well, I've learnt my lesson. I'm going to let somebody else do it. But if I can join in with it, that would be cool. Darwin gives me 500 science for each natural wonder somewhere. That's pretty cool. I've got a 2-tile wonder right by my empire, as there is another one there. Just have a quick peek and see if there's anything more. There's a 1-tile wonder, a 2-tile wonder. No, I think this game is just a bunch of 2s. So, that's actually fine. We don't need to go very far. We can just, wander over to this city. And Lovelace gives computers, but also an extra district in my capital, which is wonderful. Which means I can now build an encampment here in a second, which I am just in love with. Oh, Bologna. Right, that'll give me way more science, but also districts with a building provide +1 great person point. I mean, if I scatter those and get my workshops providing even more points, that would be insanely good. I'll join in on the emergency just because it makes Australia like me, but... Oh, hello. What is going on here? Have you seen this? Bloody hell, that's exciting. Okay, right, would you see what I mean about line infantry appearing everywhere? This is just a little bit frightening now. I don't like this. Musket just to help my city protect itself, but I don't like that at all. 110 production in my capital now. Oh yes, that's pretty awesome. I'm starting to burn electricity as well. Burn coal for electricity, I should say. That makes more sense. And here we go. There's Darwin giving me field cannons, which are very important because I need field cannons because of the barb problem that I've got kind of everywhere right now. Hang on, let's just get the field cannon for 1,320. We can sell some stuff to get that. Okay, maybe not. Nobody's really got any money. Apart from Menelik, who is just refusing to trade with me at the moment. Okay, well, maybe I can upgrade something else in somewhere that's not necessarily useless. To be fair, that's kind of the only place I need anything, but Yeah, no, never mind. Well, I'll get this warrior. Sorry, this guy done. Okay, good. Okay. Field cannons. Field cannons are good. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson, Salty Tech, Midnight Oil, Trevor Daskby, Paul Coffey, Senjik, Groger Brand Trail Mix, and Alex Noob for all of your support on Patreon, as well as everybody who generally likes and comments. You're all great.